Good morning. Time to make the coffee. More of the rise today. I've got so much backup now. Apparently, when you order something, they put you on auto ship. So I unauto shipped myself until I get caught up on some of the some of the rise coffee. I guess that's a new thing now. You're automatically enrolled in the auto ship. I don't know. I guess that's something you should check on when you order things online. So some things on Amazon I have auto shipped if it's something I use all the time. But every now and then I have to go in there and make sure that I don't have too much of whatever it is and skip some auto shipments. So today is going to be 78 degrees. It'll be a nice day. I have to go to my mom's and have to take her shopping. I promised her yesterday that I'd be back. So she wants to get a few flowers at Mark's and a couple things of groceries. She doesn't need too much food. She has a food stash. She could go for quite a while without grocery shopping. But she likes to get out, and so do I. We like to visit. So I'll be having another trip to my mom's today. And then hopefully after that, I'll be able to stay home a few days and work in the garden a little bit. It was really nice and sunny when I woke up this morning, but now all of a sudden there's a big cloud cover. So I don't know what's what, if it's going to rain or not. But that's okay. At least it's warmer. I don't mind a nice warm rain. So, yeah, I need to work on the garden. I need to get to work on that. Little by little, it'll get done. But that's why I want to cut back. I want to cut back on everything, whether it's the garden or the house. And that requires me to cut back on shopping, to cut back on things that I have around the house that need to go. At least I can put some things in a box and switch them out, even if I don't want to get rid of everything. Because a lot of times what I have now, I really enjoy. I got rid of so many things already, but I just have too much out, and that requires too much effort to keep things clean. So I think that's what I'm going to do, box up some of my favorite tchotchkes and just switch them out every now and then. It'll make me feel like I have something new and exciting and different, and I won't need to buy more. Anyway, that's my plan. And you know, the best laid plans of mice and men, but I really need to start working on that. I've been going out shopping more because I'm getting things for the garden, so there are always really nice things out there. And I like things, I'll admit it. I do. I like my things, but it's a bit much having them all out at the same time. So that's what I'm going to do. So let's have some of this delicious coffee. My mom always had a really nice garden, and she always had a lot of things that she shared with the family. But the garden is gone now, and now she's down to 2 pots. She still likes 1 or 2 flowers planted around the house, and then she plants a couple tomatoes and a couple peppers in a couple big pots that I gave her years ago. So she still enjoys that. They're right outside on her patio, and she can go out there and sit if she wants. And enjoy her garden. But things have sure changed over the 50 some years that she's lived in her house. my dad is gone. He's been gone since 2003, I think it was. So, and he's dearly missed. He was a really good guy. He could fix anything. And, he was a hard worker, and he was a quiet man. But boy, you certainly didn't want to get him mad. All he had to do is look at you, and it's like, okay. I don't remember him ever being abusive or spanking me or hitting me, but boy, I had a lot of respect for that man. So cheers. Yeah, he's dearly missed. That's cheers to you, our Opa. Oh, yes, that's good. He was very close to my kids, too. Very, very close. My kids loved their Oma and Opa. That's for sure. Their other grandpa on the other side died fairly young. He was only 53 when he died. And grandma on that side, she lived to be in her 60s. So they really weren't that close to that side of the family as far as grandparents went. But they spent a lot of time with my parents, and so did I. We lived very close. We could ride our bikes to their house. So, yep, a lot of time was spent. And my parents owned a little farm in Amish country. They didn't live there. They used it like their summer getaway. And my dad used to love to get on his old tractor and mow, and the kids would sit up there with him, and they loved spending time down there at the farm. It wasn't a working farm, but it had a little house on it, and they would go there and spend their weekends there. It was very nice. So I hope my kids have a lot of wonderful childhood memories from their grandma and grandpa. So, okay, I'm going to go over there to the budget book now, and I'll sit and drink my coffee while I do the budget book. So I'll meet you over there. Okay, here I am back at the budget book, and oh my goodness, I have really been a bad girl this month. Yesterday I did spend money. My grandson called and said, "Can you pick up some Dairy Queen?" So who could say no to that? So I picked up some Dairy Queen. I haven't had Dairy Queen probably since last summer. So I picked up one for him and one for me. And then I stopped at Aldi's, and I wanted to see if they had any more of the flowers, and they didn't get them in yet. So I'm going to stop there again today with my mom and pick up 2 more baskets. So I'll be starting May off with a red X2. But I did buy a shepherd hook because I need, I have one extra, and it's the two hook kind. And if I put my screen up on my deck, I'm going to have to move my wind chimes to some shepherd hooks. So I picked that up, and so I spent 19 days. Yes, I know. And 11 days I didn't spend. So in May, I shouldn't have to buy as much anymore for the garden. But like I said, I knew in April and May I was going to have, garden expenses. And that's what most of this was. I mean, there were some other things thrown in there too, but most of it was for the garden. And some of it was bigger bills, and some of it was smaller bills. And of course, I did buy some food too. So, and I didn't do my 3-store shopping that I usually do. So what happens with that is I spread it out over more days, which means I get more red X's throughout the month. So anyway, yeah, I outdid myself in April. So time to get back to it. I don't want to get into a bad habit of just willy-nilly buying everything and anything, because I am on a mission to rein things in. So sometimes you got to spend a little more to get to where it is you want to be. Anyway, that is my wrap-up for April. Now I have to pay my bills for May. They're starting to come in, and switch up my my monthly budget sheet. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up because I'm going to have to get ready and go and pick up my mom. I'm on my way to my mom's, and going to take her shopping. So I've been thinking about some of my strategies for saving money and buying things that I want on sale and at a good price, and that's been working great for me most of my adult life. But there is one fault that I find with that strategy. So when I'm thinking about I want to get this or I need to get that, and I start looking around, sometimes what happens is I'll buy it at a really good price, and then it kind of sits there because I have all these projects then that are kind of lined up that I need to take care of. So that is a downside of doing that strategy. I mean, eventually I do get to it, but in the meantime, I have all this stuff sitting around that needs attention, and it causes stress. Cheers. Because it makes my to-do list extremely long. So I don't know, do any of you guys do that, or do you just buy it at whatever price it is whenever you're ready to do it? I've never done that way. I mean, every now and then you can't find a bargain for every single thing you buy or that you have to buy. But, yeah, I don't know. I've just been giving that some thought. So, a couple of my chairs and things in the garden are sort of falling apart, or they're just not very nice anymore. I have a couple of tables, little bistro tables. One of them I'm either going to use in the garden and put one of my containers on it to make it raised, or I'm going to throw it out because it's kind of crumbling apart, but it's still good enough to use as a stand for my raised bed garden. So I have to do some moving around of things. I'd like to set up another seating area in my garage, because when it's warm and if it's raining out or something like that, I do like to sit in my garage. Now, I used to have it where the dogs were out there with me. I haven't sat in my garage in quite a while, probably 8-9 years. But I used to love to do that. And I used to have a baby gate over the garage door, and also on the back door to the garage. And that way the dogs could hang out there with me, and it was nice. It was pleasant. I used to like to go out there and write my morning pages with my coffee every morning. But I think that was even way before I started my YouTube channel. So I think I've been on YouTube now maybe 4 years, going on 5 years. I'm not even sure. So I want to get back to some of the things that I used to enjoy doing, and for one reason or another, it's kind of fallen by the wayside. Now, as far as the garage goes, it's because somehow it ended up with every piece of stuff that I didn't know what to do with, like my armoire, which is still out there. But I think I figured out a plan for that. But I still have way too much gardening stuff out there that I'm not going to use. I want to set up one system that if I want to do my seedlings indoors, I'll have that option available. But I don't need 100 pots in order to do that. So, and plus that, I have my little, like, Arrow Garden knockoffs that if I wanted to grow some lettuce or something like that inside, I could do that. So I don't need all those extra pots or a lot of the extra plastic junk like yogurt containers or cups or, you know, I don't need all that stuff anymore. I just want to set up a box of available things for me to be able to do whatever garden system I want to do that particular year. And since I've discovered the winter sowing, I mean, that was really easy, so I'm leaning towards doing that rather than starting my starts in the house. So eventually, even that might go by the wayside, depending on what it is. So, and I always buy my flowers. I don't bother starting flowers inside because I usually get so many of them that I don't want to take up a whole room on doing my flowers anymore. Now, my dedicated plant room has turned into my grandson's computer room, which is fine because I haven't used it in a year or so for my plants. So I need to move those somewhere else. It's just a big juggling game right now. Everything is sort of up in the air and in turmoil because I'm not sure what I want to do yet or how I want to do it. And I guess that's all part of downsizing because I'm not one to just willy-nilly throw everything in the trash. And I hate selling things. The reason I don't like to sell things is because then they're still sitting there and it's still on your to-do list to get rid of them. So I'm a big advocate of donating what I can. And anyway, that's what I was thinking today. It's like, Ellen, you just have got to do something about all these projects you have going on. And then plus that, sometimes companies will send me free things that I think are really cool, like the bird feeder. Just a lot of really cool things, but I don't accept every collab offer. I only accept those that I find would be useful for me and that I would share then with you guys if you thought it would be, if I thought it was something that you might like too. So anyway, I need to free up my spirit here and do some thinking about what I want to do and how I want to do it and how I want to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish. Well, geez, there's a truck right in the middle of my lane with flashing lights, and I don't know what the heck this guy is doing. Just blocking this lane, and I can't see around him. Ugh, people. Well, anyway, I have no idea if there's traffic coming or not. No, I guess not. It looks like he's got some sort of equipment on the back of his truck, but that it can be a real danger if you can't see around the guy. Well, so anyway, I guess I better concentrate on what I'm doing here. I'm almost to my mom's house, and then we're going to start on our adventure for the day. All right, I'll be back later. Well, nice hairdo. Anyway, I just got home a little bit ago, and it turned out to be a nice day with my mom. So we had a little bite to eat. We shared a Subway sandwich, and that'll be my dinner for tonight. We each had half of one. So, yep, that was my afternoon, and now I didn't get anything done in the garden, but I did manage to do a little watering. So, and I have to call a company to come in and power wash the back of my house. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow, and I'm hoping tomorrow and the next 3 days anyway will be a stay-at-home day, because I have got to clean up my backyard. I already got a nastygram saying you got to clean up, and I know that. It just takes me a while to do it. Happens every spring. But I think we got a new person. I saw some woman walking around with a guy maybe a week and a half ago, a couple weeks ago, and I thought, I wonder if we got a new person there, because I mean, my garden has been like this for years, many years, and nobody's ever said anything about it other than power wash your house. So I'm thinking this new person is going to be a nitpicky pain in the butt. That's what I'm thinking. So I'll carry on, and they'll keep sending me a nastygram and whatever. So sometimes you got to deal with new people, and they get new ideas, and oh, you can't do this and you can't do that, and blah, blah, blah. But like I said, my garden has been this way for years, and it's never been an issue. So anyway, I don't have to make dinner, which is good because I'm tired now. We went shopping. Mom bought me some plants, which was very nice of her. So I got to get those planted, and I think I'm going to go ahead and plant those this week. I don't see any frost in the forecast. Really not supposed to plant till after Mother's Day, which is around the 15th in my area, which is Zone 6. But I don't see any cold weather coming up. So hopefully I can get that stuff planted and my garden cleaned up. And I think I'm going to call the lady that helped me a couple years in a row and see if she can come and help me again. You know, two of us getting it done works much quicker than just me. And then I'll get the grandkids over here to move my little garden around so that, you know, I can consolidate it more, because it is pretty spread out. So I'll just consolidate it, and that'll be that, because I want to downsize anyway. So, all right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.